Class 12 English as per CBSE board. The first part, section A, is comprehension. 20 marks, 2 passages. Hello everyone, I'm Alka. I'm an educator, a teacher of English. Also, I'm a psychotherapist and a motivational coach. And I'm here to tell all of you simple tips and rules to crack section A of class 12 English paper. Now, this is a fallacy that you should try to do the question that you know the best. Even when you're doing comprehension passages, do not try to do something which you immediately think you can answer in the first go. No, not at all. That's not the way to do it. The first thing is you get reading time. In that reading time, obviously, you go through the entire paper. But when you start, it is always a good idea to begin from the very beginning. So which means section A should be attempted, ought to be attempted first. Now, you have about 5 or 6 kinds of passages that you normally get. So it could be a narrative, it could be a factual passage, it could be an abstract passage, it could be a literary passage, it could be, what else am I missing out on? Well, I think I've covered them. It could be an argumentative passage. So that depends. When you read it, you will understand what kind of a passage it is. Now, what is the important tips that you need to keep in mind while attempting a comprehension question? First of all, you need to read the passage once. Read the questions also after that. While reading the passage, try to underline the key words, the words that you do not understand, which are difficult, which you feel are difficult. Try to underline words that give you cause, effect, answer to the questions what, when, how. It's easy. As you read, you will understand. And after you give the entire passage one reading, go down to the questions, read the questions as well. After you do this, go back to the passage, read the passage entirely all over again, and then try to go to the questions. First question, the answer. Whatever you have marked in the first part of the paragraph. So obviously there'll be 2-3 paragraphs. So you go to the first paragraph, take out the answer that matches that, because you would have marked the keywords. And let me tell you one thing. Generally, the questions that are asked are on the keywords. So that should be one major tip. In addition to that, the vocabulary questions that you get, where you have to do a lot of guessing, a lot of conjecturing. Generally, whatever part of speech the word belongs to, your answer would be of a similar part of speech. So if you have to find the synonym of a particular word, if it's a noun, obviously the word is going to be a noun. So this is something we tend to forget at times, but if you keep this in mind, it's going to be very easy. And nothing helps you crack the comprehension passage and makes you get full marks is the fact that the more you rehearse, the more you practice, the more you solve, because this is one neglected area of the English paper. You kids don't really like to do, comprehension passages. You feel it's a waste of time, but it's not a waste of time, my young boys and young girls, because the more you try to read, the more you try to answer the questions, you get into the habit, you get into a flow of understanding, of marking keywords, of guessing the meaning of words, vocabulary, and you become faster. So whatever passage comes your way, you just first have to identify the tone of the passage, start underlining the words, underline vocabulary, underline the reasons, the causes, the effects, underline these type of lines, and when you start reading the questions, you will be able to start answering them promptly. Now suppose you get stuck somewhere. Don't panic. just leave that question for a while and just continue doing the paper. Do not keep on wasting time when you get stuck at a particular question. That is the simplest thing to do. Now, I've just given you a very simple explanation of how to tackle comprehension passages. You'll get 2 and 10 marks each. And I think this is a section where you can easily score 20 out of 20. So I do hope that everyone, each and every one of you, are able to crack your comprehension passages, the 2 comprehension questions that you get. You are able to read them well, skim through the irrelevant facts. You don't need to really bother about them, but the important words, the key words, please to underline, please to keep in mind, so that when you read the questions, you will be able to match the answers to the questions. And as far as possible, boys and girls, try to write the answers clearly, succinctly, and in your own words. Well, with that, I do hope that this video, has been very useful to you. Please do share any views. You may even comment below and let me know if you would like practice passages which will not be from any sample book, but they will be original passages. So do let me know. With that, I do hope that all of you keep learning and keep growing. Good wishes for your coming board exams. Lots of love to all of you. Stay tuned. I have many more modules coming for the other parts of the question paper. Bye.